there are also the National Commissioner, Provincial Commissioner, Senior Generals. We met, I had a presentation on the anti-gang violence strategy that we developed following my visits to the Western Cape with the Department of Justice, because I was accompanied by the Deputy Solicitor on we came back, looked at what needs to be done, and revised our strategy, and I then subsequently indicated that we have a revised strategy. It has a lot of different elements, and the strategy, the government is allocated funding for the implementation of that strategy. The violence has intensified now in parts of Gauteng, so we have to make sure that that strategy is implemented in all 4 provinces where gang violence is growing. That's Gauteng, the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Western Cape. The implementation of the strategy is going to require constant attention. We will have to monitor whether the implementation of the strategy is achieving the results we're hoping for. The community was well represented here today. I indicated to them, we took a register of their names and contact details, that I want to maintain that contact. I hope that the community will build a community forum here. In the past, this community has produced great leaders and established strong organizations, faith-based sporting organizations, and so forth. We're going to need those organizations to come on board. There is, in parts of, I think there is a trust gap. We have to breach that trust gap because the community has a major role to play. Of course, where there's high levels of violence, and you're dealing with organized crime, people are reluctant to come forward. They're not prepared to testify in court, which makes it a little bit difficult to achieve convictions. But we have to fight this battle. I was told today that the mainly young boys who are being recruited are between the ages of 13 and 19. They're supposed to be in school, they're supposed to be looking forward to a bright future, but unfortunately these communities are in a position where they feel marginalized. They feel that their issues around poverty, lack of opportunity, and so forth are not being properly addressed. But that's a problem across the country in all communities, although it's difficult to make that case to specific communities. So the message they got from me and the MMC, the 2 deputy ministers and the SAP's leadership, is that we are committed. We want to make another effort at tackling this enduring problem. It's 2-3 decades, it goes back many decades, but it is now taking on a character that is very alarming because it involves the proliferation of guns. Got to deal with that matter. I think the police have had a lot of success, but we still are not completely in control. And until we are, there's going to be these guns are going to get into the wrong hands. And then the problem of drugs. I think we need to go back to the drug plan that was adopted many years ago, to the drug master plan, to see how we can improve its implementation, because that is at the core of the devastation in our communities. The kind of drugs, like cocaine, that are coming into our communities, across our borders perhaps. They also, we see drug labs being built in the country, but we see the presence also in the country increasingly of foreign drug lords, Mexicans, Colombians, and so forth. So we have to tackle this problem. That's why I'm here, and I indicated to the community that we're in this for the long haul. This is not a one-off meeting. And hoping that we, over time, will get the results that we deserve and we're hoping to achieve.
Thank you. Colleagues, are there